Hey y'all, welcome to the channel. So today we will be talking about fragrances that I find creamy, cozy, and very comforting. So if that interests you, please keep watching. Before we get started with the video, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Roxanne, and this is Roxanne's Retreat. If this is your first time joining me, thank you and welcome. And if you've been here before and you've decided to come back, big up your whole self. Truly appreciate your continued support of my channel. Please make sure you're subscribed to the channel, give the video a thumbs up if you enjoy the content, and make sure your notification bell is turned on to all so you won't miss any of my uploads. As always, before we get started with the fragrances let's talk about my scent of the day. So today I decided to pull for this one here. Look how pretty this bottle is. This is like gorgeous, yellow and pink. So this is a Jardine l'Oranger. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly, as always. This is from the house of Dries van Noten. So to me, this kind of fits into the category of what I'm going to discuss today. This is like a very creamy white floral fragrance in my opinion. The white floral being orange blossom and neroli. So this one opens with the note of neroli. There's ylang ylang and jasmine in the middle. So there's more white florals and a yellow floral. And there's orange blossom, milk, and sandalwood in the base. So you see why this is a creamy fragrance. I love wearing this to work. I love wearing this just out and about. I can wear this basically all year round because of my climate. You know, a lot of people probably couldn't. But yeah, this is a fragrance that I absolutely enjoy. And it's a very creamy, very high quality white floral fragrance. There's no screechiness. There's no heady, indolic vibe from this fragrance at all, or else it wouldn't be in my collection. But yeah, love this one. Gives me about 6 hours on the skin and it projects fairly well. So this is Jardine de l'Orange. I can't say it, y'all. Make fun of me. But this is this fragrance from Dries van Noten. Okay, y'all. So the first fragrance that I want to talk about here is this one right here from the house of Jupilo. Is that how you say it? Lord. I have a Dolcemente. This is such an underrated fragrance in my opinion. Check it out. Dolcemente. Oh, my lighting. Anyways, so this fragrance came on the market in 2024. It retails for $175 for this 50 ml. All right. The notes, we have mimosa, jasmine in the opening. In the mid, we have apricot. And in the base, we have vanilla, sugar, cedarwood, and vetiver. Now, on my skin, this is just a really well done vanilla. You could tell like the ingredients are top notch. It is creamy. It's sweet, of course, but it's creamy. It's soft. It's delicate. Just pretty. Very enveloping. And very comforting. Hence, it's on the list, of course. Oh my gosh. So, yeah, no other words. Those are the words to describe this fragrance. It's creamy. It's enveloping. It's very comforting. It's very cozy. I don't know what that mimosa is doing, but it's doing something. So if you're looking for a vanilla that has some slight floral nuances with a very sweet, very cozy dry down. Try this one. Gives me about 5 hours on the skin. Wears closer to my skin, but I really do enjoy that about this fragrance. Look at my dent. I've had it for a minute and I just absolutely enjoy it. So this is Dolcemente from Jupilo. Yeah, it might be Jupilo. The J might be silent, but hey, y'all let me know in the comments, okay? Check this fragrance out if you haven't done so already. Okay, next up we have this one right here from the house of Sphinx, and this is Vanilla Azour. Yes, Vanilla Azour. I'm just making sure I'm seeing it right to try to say it right. This fragrance was introduced to us in 2024, retails for $149. And on the Sphinx website, there's always a sale. So I don't think any of my Sphinx fragrances were full price. Notes. Now this fragrance has so many notes, I'm just gonna grab a couple of them, right? So there's vanilla, toffee, marshmallow, milk, and coconut in the opening. I can tell you, on my skin, I don't get the coconut, and that might be a good thing. For me, at least, for me. In the middle, we have dates, praline, there's oud, there's myrrh, and in the base, we have some cinnamon, tonka bean, nutmeg, mahogany, leather, benzoin. There's a whole lot going on in this fragrance. A whole heap of things are happening. But, in my opinion, on my skin, the notes blend fairly well together. Okay? So, to me, this has like this, kind of, on my skin, it's kind of like a spicy opening. According to the notes, it shouldn't be a spicy opening, but there is somewhat of a spicy opening. But the dry down is where the fluffy, creamy vibes come in. It's sweet, because keep in mind, you have dates, you have praline, you have vanilla, you have all the makings of a sweet fragrance. But this one goes into the spicy, sweet, yet creamy and comforting realm, at least on my skin, and I thoroughly enjoy it. It is a beast. It gives me, I guess with the oud, right? It gives me about 7 hours on the skin. It projects really well. I would say more than moderate projection. So the performance is top notch. It's a fragrance that obviously it's not loved by everyone. Everyone doesn't love this fragrance. And I haven't looked at the smells like section on Fragrantica at all for this fragrance, but on my skin, I get something a little reminiscent of maybe vanilla oud from Kayali, just a little bit sweeter and just a little bit more fluffy. That's what this reminds me of more so. But vanilla oud doesn't have as many spices as this has. So just take my kind of smells like with a grain of salt and try it out if you can. And these fragrances are fairly reasonable in the scheme of things. And I'm enjoying this house. Like, a lot of people don't talk about Sphinx, but I really enjoy this house. I really enjoy the price point of their fragrances. So this is Vanilla Azour from the house of Sphinx. Next up, we have this one right here from Imati, and this is Milk's Note. Now, okay, so if you're sick of Bianco Latte and you want something that's softer, I would say a little less intrusive, this is a good option. This is a good option. So, Milk's Note was introduced to us, I think this year, or was it last year? So either last year or this year, okay? Retails for $120 for the 100 ml. So it's even less expensive than Bianco Latte. But it's the same profile. Notes, we have caramel and milk. In the mid, we have tonka bean and honey. And in the base, we have vanilla and white musk. These notes, do they sound familiar? Yeah, it has a pretty similar note structure to Bianco Latte. So if, again, you're tired of your Bianco Latte, you want something to scratch that itch, something without that, this is that coumarin note. Yeah. This is definitely a good option. It's less expensive. Like, what's that other one? Giosa? Yeah, I love that one, but that one is way more expensive. That one's like $300, I think. This one, $120. I think it's available at Lucky Scent now, because prior I would get these from wherever they were making them. Because I have another one, coconut latte, that I absolutely love from this brand. This fragrance, again, it does not perform like Bianco Latte. It's not eternal like Bianco Latte. But when I want something to scratch that itch, I pick this one up. And if you try this, you will not be disappointed. Do I think it's redundant to have this Bianco Latte Giosa? Absolutely, because they smell way too much alike. But I have all three of them, and I enjoy them. So, and they're gonna be done. So anyways, this is Milk's Note from Imati. Next up, we have this baby here from the House of Sniff, and this is Heal the Way. And you know, this fragrance just is perfect for this category. Perfect. So Heal the Way was introduced to us in 2024, retails for $65. So quite affordable. The notes, we have vanilla absolute, pistachio, palo santo, musk, amber, and davana. Perfection. Now, whenever I feel like I need a hug, and I don't want like a truly, you know, a lot of the fragrances that tend to fall in this category are vanillas, and I don't want a real vanilla forward fragrance. I pull for this one because this one does the job. This does the job. I can't think of a more comforting fragrance to me. Perfect name, and it does the job. This fragrance understood the assignment, okay? So this is Heal the Way. Gives me about 5 hours on the skin. Closer to the skin, I would say, but absolutely enjoyable. Heal the Way from the House of Sniff. All right, might as well stick with Sniff because you guys know what the next fragrance is going to be. Gentle Reminder. Gentle Reminder from Sniff, again, falls into this category perfectly. So this was introduced to us this year, 2025, retails for $65. And this is just a very delightful, creamy, milky lavender scent. I don't know what those purple yams are supposed to smell like, but whatever it is, it's winning. I love this. I know there's like a toss-up because this is Alex L's second fragrances. Which one do you like better? I don't know. I'm on the fence. But again, they both understood the assignment. They are very comforting, very cozy fragrances that I pull for when I need that. It's crazy how fragrances just do things for you, right? People think they don't, but they do. They do. Kind of like food too. Like, come on. Anyways, Gentle Reminder is gorgeous. The notes, I'm sorry I didn't say that. We have sugar, milk, dates, black tea. In the middle, we have purple yam, lavender, and in the base, we have Palo Santo. Which it doesn't dry down on my skin as a woody base, but hey, or anything smoky. I just get very creamy comfort. Okay, so hey, what is this one? Gentle reminder, we love you. We love you in this house. How much time does it give me on my skin? About 4 hours, 4 to 5 hours. Kind of like Heal the Way. They kind of perform the same, but I enjoy them regardless. So this is Gentle Reminder from the house of Sniff. Okay, so the next fragrance on my list is this one right here, and this is her from Zadig and Voltaire. Now, this fragrance, this is my second bottle, but there was a point where I had the bottle, then I didn't like it, got rid of it, got another bottle, finished it, and this is number 2. So this fragrance was brought to us in 2016. So this is an oldie, but a goodie. Retails for $148. The notes here, we have pink pepper, jasmine sambac, and silkwood blossom in the opening. In the mid, we have whipped cream, vanilla, and chestnut. And in the base, we have sandalwood and cashmere wood. How does this translate on my skin? This translates as a very soft, I sound like a broken record, soft, very cozy fragrance. Despite or in spite of that pink pepper note. That pink pepper to me, it's there, but it's not really. It's not a spicy, peppery opening at all. I think the florals in here, like the jasmine and that other blossom, kind of wraps themselves around that pink pepper. So the pink pepper is there, but it's not loud. So the pepper to me gives the fragrance some interest, but at the end of the day, it dries down to something soft and very cozy on my skin. And I absolutely enjoy her. This is quite affordable right now because $148, yeah, but I'm pretty sure it's a lot less on the gray market. I got mine on the gray market, I think. Yeah, I don't think I didn't walk in the store and buy this. Okay, gray market it was. So yeah, gives me about 6 hours on the skin. It projects. I've gotten compliments wearing this, and I typically wear this just on a casual day, you know, when it's a little bit cooler though, running errands or something like that. So yep, this is her from Zadig and Voltaire. Next up, we have this beauty right here, and this is Milk from the House of Commodity. This had to be on this list. I love this fragrance. My favorite part of this fragrance, though, is the dry down. The dry down is it for me. So Milk was introduced to us in 2021. Retails for $55, excuse me. The notes, we have milk. It opens with the note of milk. In the middle, we have marshmallows, natural musk, and in the base, we have mahogany and tonka bean. So on my skin, this dries down to a creamy yet woody fragrance. I would have sworn this had sandalwood in it, the way it dries down on my skin, but obviously it doesn't. Well, according to Fragrantica, we don't know for sure, okay? Yeah, and this is gorgeous. This fragrance, before I only used this to layer, like I used it to make milkshakes out of my fragrances, but now I wear this on its own and it's gorgeous. When it's cooler, when the weather is cool, this is where this fragrance shines. Gives me about 6 hours on the skin and it projects fairly well. My bottle Lord, it's been through some things, but it's still here. It's still here, living to tell its story. It's a fragrance that, again, I reach for when I feel like I need a hug. And it does it. It's like a creamy yet woody hug in a bottle. So this is Milk from the house of Commodity. Last but certainly not least, y'all knew she had to be on the list. Hello. And we're talking about Blanche Bete from Les Imaginaires. Listen, so wait, let me tell you, this fragrance came to us in 2021. Retails for $280. But there are a ton of discounts out there. This is a very popular fragrance. If you haven't heard of it, you have been under a rock. Blanche Bete. So, story time. This was not love at first sniff. As a matter of fact, this was ew at first sniff. The first time I smelled this fragrance, I mean, everybody was talking about it, right? I didn't get a decant or anything. So when I went to Dubai, it was out. I think it was Bloomingdale's at the Dubai Mall. And I sprayed this thing on my skin. Y'all, this was a scrubber at the time. Maybe it's because it was an old tester that was just sitting there. The thing smelled like straight up baby throw up on my skin. I promise you. And I was like, ew, I am, Fast forward to maybe a year after that first encounter, I said, let me get a decant, because all the reviewers that I love, we have almost the same taste, they love this fragrance. And I got a decant, and the rest is history. I'm in love. It wasn't love at first sniff, but it's love anyways. I eased myself into it. I started with just the layering because I didn't want to like upset myself. And then now I could wear Blanche Bete all on her own. Let's talk about the notes. So she has milk, ambrette, mystical in the opening. Then we have tuberose, jasmine, incense, matronio, so another molecule. Then we have vanilla, musk, tonga bean, and cacao in the base. All of that just makes for a very creamy, very sweet, very, again, comfort and fragrance. I layer with this a lot. Again, if I want to add some kind of creaminess to any fragrance, I add this. I love wearing this with Burberry Elixir. It gives me that strawberry milkshake that I love, that smell on my skin. I even layered it with Bake by Acro. Yeah, I don't know if they have lemon milkshakes, but that was good. That was good. So anyways, Blanche Bete, eternal on the skin, compliment snatcher. Love it. Love it. Projects, leaves crazy, yummy sillage. And Blanche Bete, I am so sorry we had that bad encounter. But now, you are the apple of my eye, the creamy apple of my eye. So this is Blanche Bete from Les Imaginaires.